Hey, Erin, really glad to have you here. Thanks for joining. Now, you're a product manager at Keap, but when we first met many years ago, you were actually a product marketing manager. Tell me about the transition from product marketing to product management.
Yeah, I've been all over the software development lifecycle. So when we first met, I had just transitioned into product marketing, actually standing up that function at our company. Right before that, I had been in engineering management or release management. I had done product management before that. As our company grew, I just continued to grow into roles and was doing sort of the de facto customer communication along the way because nobody else had those skills. And for them, it was a really smooth transition to pivot over into standing up our product marketing function. And then I've come back around to product management because I realized I really miss being a part of those technical conversations. And as much as I loved telling the story on the product marketing side, I missed writing the story, which I feel like I get to
Mm,
do more on the product management side.
I like that. Like instead of telling the writing the story, that's very cool. Okay, so you were a product manager as a temporary comment from product management. But okay, so tell us about the main differences in skills and focus you think that are valuable or that are relevant between product marketing and product management.
Yeah, having been in both roles, I think there's a ton of overlap in then that Venn diagram if you want to be successful in either role. I think a level of technical fluency is required in both of the roles, but it's going to be more important on the product management side because you're engaging more directly with the engineers to understand how to translate the problem into how to build it. Where on the product marketing side, I think those communication skills are going to be a lot more important because you're then taking the product and translating it for the market and for the user. But there's still a lot of that overlap in the middle where I think communication is a huge centerpiece to both of the roles. And it's really just about who is your primary audience and where do you need to be able to pick your fluency to be able to enable the people that you're working with. And I think that's the main difference when I look at product marketing and product management is where is that communication translation need to fit.
So you're selling to engineering teams and maybe it's all the session. But okay, and maybe there are many people who are product marketers today. They want to transition to product management. Any suggestions or tips you'd give them on things aside from it can be hard to generally build up your technical fluency. So anything that you encourage them or advise them on?
Yeah, I think a really good place to start is even in just writing and crafting release notes. So instead of just thinking about here's the big picture, a product launched is pretty easy to pull out the story and here's what's going to be relevant for the market and for the user base. But being in the release notes and understanding kind of the nitty gritty of, hey, here's some bug fixes or some minor improvements or that kind of thing. I think that's a good bridge to start to really understand the day-to-day operations of a product manager. And here's how our product is incrementally improving. And if I can see what that output is, I can trace back to, okay, what was the original problem? How might that have been communicated to the engineers? So I think also if you've got a good collaboration with a product manager, you might even be able to take a look at the tickets or acceptance criteria or things like that they're writing for their engineers so that you can start to backtrack from, okay, here's what I saw on the other end when we were ready to deliver it. Where were all of those steps to get it from ideation all the way to delivery?
That's awesome. I love that. I think it's really great insight to try and go up the value chain in a way of what happened. And you talked about PMs and PMMs collaborating, and we're seeing that more and more, of course, around launches, but in all of the messaging to help customers understand new functionality. What would make it easier? What do you think PMs should know about product marketers? Or if there's a PM listening to this and they want to work more effectively with their product marketing team, what should they know about product marketing, product marketers that would help them collaborate more effectively?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things that I have learned is to treat each other like resources. We're all on the same team and there are expertises that exist in each one and we can help each other. So for example, I love to lean on my product marketing team to really do the competitive analysis and market awareness. So I can be the expert of my own product and capabilities and roadmap, and they can help to feed in the, hey, this is some of the stuff that's going on in the rest of the world. Have we thought about that? Or, hey, when I'm going to position this and launch it, here's how I'm going to tell that story. What about this thing? This feels like it's missing. And so actually using them as a resource in the very beginning is really helpful for me to think forward to how is this going to be positioned and marketed. And also, as they are asking questions to understand the feature, it drives me to make sure that I am pushing towards simplicity. If I can't explain it to my product marketer, they're not going to be able to explain it to our customers. But maybe I need to take a step back and look at how to simplify things or make them more clear or more acceptable.
Yeah, I love that. I think in our definition of product marketing, I think we wrote a post about it. We try to go both ways. It's not just product to market, but it's also market to product. And so if you can
Yeah,
have that full loop and involve product marketing early as part of research or scoping or shaping, then it can be
exactly.
much more synthetic. Yeah, yeah, super more.
I love when we're like kicking off a project. I would love to have my tech leads, my QA involved, and my product marketing, and all of them are going to be asking questions from different perspectives. And it helps us walk away with a really well rounded picture of what we want to go and build. And it's never the thing that I came in and pitched, like my spec document, where here's what we're going to do, never comes out the same after I have that conversation. And I find product marketing provides a lot of that clear perspective of what the end user is going to see, anticipating some of those responses and customer needs in a different way than my engineering team would.
Yeah, great. Love that. And so now you're collaborating and you're bringing them in, how do you divide responsibilities? Maybe especially around like promotion of features. I know one of the things that is sometimes it's unclear within companies who should own is things like in-app communication or in-app walkthroughs. Do you see that as a product marketing kind of territory? Is that should product managers be doing that? What's your take?
It depends. I think a lot of it really depends on the size of the organization, what the other responsibilities are. So, in every company that I've been in, the exact roles and responsibilities for product management and product marketing have been a little bit variable. And I think that's again another really good opportunity to have collaboration. So lean into the strengths that you have and then lean into the talents that the other people have. So like for me personally, because I have a communication background and because I have a product marketing background, I like to write a lot of my own copy and a lot of my own release notes and help articles. And so I'll do the first pass and hand it over to the marketing team. And they're really just finessing it, putting it in the company brand and voice and that kind of thing. But there's other people on my product management team that are much more technically minded and don't really have that bent. And so they're going to provide more of a bullet point of the capability, and the product marketing team have to finesse it more and make it a little bit more accessible. And I think both of those are fine as long as you sit down and define the relationship at the beginning and say, hey, this is something that I'm passionate about. I'm going to take this first step, and then you can stick it through the blender and make it beautiful on the other side or not. I think where the problem comes is when one party makes assumptions about the other, especially when they think, oh, this isn't my job, they'll handle it, and vice versa. That's when things get dropped. Like everything, I think the key is to having that define the relationship conversation early and say, hey, we are a team on this. Here are all the things that need to get done. Let's pick and choose together who's going to do what, and then have a good collaborative working relationship from there.
Wow. Yeah, one thing I pull out from that is just helping the people who are best at writing copy, the copy. Just
Mm.
also be like you said that you've got the expertise and skill and interest. And I think that's something teams should look for is actually we're running this campaign in product. Like maybe the manager has really good interest and experience and is a good copywriter. Maybe someone not even a product marketer or product manager is the best copywriter. Have them have a crack at it. Copy is almost the number one lever you have to help engage people with any of these campaigns.
Mhm.
We're almost at time. So two quick fire questions. What are your go-to resources for learning about new things or learning new things?
Yeah, one of the most game-changing resources that I've discovered in the last year is Reforge, specifically for learning specific skills and modalities in product management. So it's a really vibrant and active community. They have a Slack channel as well, so I'm able to interact with other people in the tech space as we're learning and growing together. They have a ton of free resources and kind of classes that you can take on your own, and then also paid classes that you can do a deep dive in. And that absolutely changed the game for me. And as a part of that is spun off, now I follow some of the instructors on LinkedIn and Substack and that kind of thing. So that also just helped me discover some thought leaders in the space to go learn new things.
That's great. Yeah, very popular amongst the product community, and they also have a new AI Chrome extension to check out as well. And then finally, what's a product that you use regularly?
I love Loom, especially in a remote environment where I'm one of a few remote employees at my company, and most of them are in office. And so it's been a really great way for me to be able to quickly share information, especially with product marketing when I'm getting ready to do help them with a product launch. I'll record a quick video of myself walking through the new product and hand it over to them. And then they can convert that into articles and copy and emails and that kind of thing. And we don't have to do a bunch of back and forth on Slack or have a live meeting. It allows us to work asynchronously while still getting the full value of all of the different modes of communication.
Yeah, love it. Favorite comedian too. Okay, thank you, Erin, for joining. Appreciate you, and yeah, we'll hopefully have you as a guest another time again too.
Thank you so much, Paul. It was great.